Hello, everyone, and welcome to week 3 of the Irish Esports Collegiate Series Spring Split 2026. We're here. It's Tuesday. We're back with some more Rocket League. So we're still in the preliminary tournament. We are in our penultimate week. There was other words I didn't think I'd make it through saying, but we are one more week left in this tournament, and then that'll help decide our uh, remainder of the Open and Premier Division. So we were supposed to have another game on, but due to players unable to be there, we now have Ulster Unicorns B versus TUD C. So, Gib, tell us who's on each team and what are their records like so far in these last 4 games? Obviously, they've played 2 games each week. So, how have things gone for them so far?
Yeah, so for the side of Ulster Unicorns B, we've got the Autismobile, Alpha, and Gaz, and they've been playing well. They haven't yet taken a series, but you know they've been
Okay.
playing well. They've been up against some tough opponents. So they went 0-3 against Maynooth. They went 3-0 against. Oh, apologies, they have won a series. I can't read my own handwriting apparently. they
One job. You have
they
one job.
beat ULGB team, which is
Okay.
Ulster or University of Limerick. Apologies.
Yes.
They went 2-3 against DCU and 2-3 against ATU. On the side
Okay.
of TUDC team, we have Hydruzi, Unsheeped, and Blue ish RL, and they've had an interesting couple of games. They went 1-3 against QUB, 2-3 against UCD Leviathans, 1-3 against Setu, and 3-0 against ULGB. So interesting matchup. Both teams have taken a series. Apologies for the previous blunder on that. Uh, and they seem to be comfortable enough to take games off of some of the higher teamed or higher tiered teams in this tournament. So going to be an interesting matchup, that's for sure. Jacko, I'm going to throw the question to you, the question that all casters hate answering. But do you have any predictions as to who might take this game?
Um, just from those stats alone, I don't know. I'm kind of feeling University of Ulster, but we don't know. And by the way, going into this game, some people's names that you just might have called out might appear different from their in-game name, but we're just gonna roll with it here. Going here into game number 1, TUDC versus Ulster Unicorns B. Gib, take it away.
Yeah, it's gonna be a case of both these teams feeling each other out. Bluish getting a nice touch there, bringing it into the side of Ulster's corner, but nothing comes of it just yet. Angel Ben, I have no idea who that actually is, but we're gonna keep rolling with it. Bluish getting a nice touch, sending it to the back wall. Atiz Mobile getting a touch, sending it to the mid. Angel Ben gonna get a touch, send it back to the Ulster player. Bluish getting a touch, sending it back to a nice 50. Comes out cleanly from that one, picking up that mid boost. Bubba Chump. Oh, these names never get old.
Yeah, I think the most interesting thing about this is that we're so used to seeing so many players from All Ireland, and I don't recognize any of these players. So I think being able to have no background knowledge of any of these players is going to make it even more interesting for, I'm sure, the viewers and for us as well. First goal goes in for Ulster B here, passed straight into the centre from TUDC, unfortunately, set up for Bubba Chump, who gets his first goal on the board. And yeah, so I think we don't know what to expect. All we know is based off what their records are, and obviously you said some games off some strong teams, but best of 5. So first game we'll be definitely seeing, kind of feeling each other out and just seeing what can happen. And 2 misses here, unfortunately, on the lines for Ulster B and TUDC Gib, and they're already back in it.
Yeah, it just seemed like a bit of an unfortunate attempt there. Bubba Chump trying to get a touch to it off that rotation, and his teammate thinking he was going to get that touch, but not quite connecting with the ball. 1-1. A nice even tie game once again. Bubba Chump getting a touch to the side of TUDC. Angel Ben going to get a touch off that backboard. Ulster player there. Trying to catch the ball, playing it off the wall, trying to potential here for a pass to a teammate, but gonna go for the 50. In the end, Gaz trying to come in strong and gonna get a nice clean 50 from that one. Gonna be a second goal for Ulster now, and TD once again on the back foot, but I have a strange feeling they're going to have another quick equalizer. You know, judging on how both these teams are playing so far, how they've played throughout the season of this preliminary tournament, big words always catch me out. It's definitely up for grabs, this game. Still 3 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock, and as we all know, this is Rocket League and anything can happen in that space of time. Unsheeped going in for a shot, but Gaz getting a body in the way to block that shot. Gonna pick up that ball towards TUD side. Going for the pass, but Angel Ben gonna stop that, send it back towards a Ulster player, Bubba Chump, trying to get into a better position to cut that ball out. Didn't quite connect with the ball. Gaz and Autismobile gonna do double commit, but not punished for it. Unsheeped trying to pass it in for a player. Bluish getting a touch, sends it up high. Angel Bane getting a touch to it. Gaz going to get the clearance back into the midfield now.
Yeah, just trying to feel out everyone at the moment. I'm just trying to assess who the strongest player on each team is. And we saw Autismobile go for kind of an aerial attempt earlier and kind of 50 in the middle of the net, so maybe their mechs are slightly ahead. Bluish as well, getting a big flick earlier, so just trying to see at the moment who is going to take the lead for this team. We're seeing a lot of double commits from the sides. Maybe that's expected maybe early on, nerves in the game. Angel being now looking to hit that one up into the middle, and should be a clear here, but it's a miss, and it's left for Unsheep. That one is high into the air, dropping down in the middle. Well, they get a clear. Bluish gets a Trutz gets a shot. Autismobile saves it on the line. No boost for anyone here, as Angel being now trying to just push that one through. Bluish got to get a flick, tries to push it through, and Gaz saves it on the line. That one is high into the sky and back to the middle of the field. Just maybe trying to reset the play here. Ulster Unicorns here, still up by 1 goal here with 2 minutes left on the clock, and just trying to see now if TUDC can get another goal, try to capitalise, see if Bluish can get any play started here, and tries to aerial it through and doesn't make much connection on it. Tries to pinch it in the middle, and should be a clear save there for Bubba Champ, and that's back again, once again, on the lines of TUDC.
Yeah, Bluish trying to pass that to Angel Ben, waiting in the midfield, but no pass was going to get past the Ulster side there. Bluish getting a nice touch to that, sending it to the back wall, picking up that corner boost as well. Gaz chasing him down valiantly, and Angel Ben going to send it top bins for the equalizer. They were searching for it for so long, and they managed to get that breakaway. Nice touch from him there, clean control, and in it went. Beautiful top right of the net. 2-2 once again, level pegging with 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the clock. Still anyone's game with that time, but it's gonna come down to, I think, if you can control that midfield area. There seems to be a lot of clearances that maybe get cut out in that space, and the counter attack is on from there. Angel Ben in with a shot, but off the post it came. The fourth defender from the side of Ulster there. Autismobile trying to play his man, gets a pass one, but Bluish got a touch to it. Back into TUD's side of the pitch. Autismobile chasing that ball down valiantly. Gonna pick up that mid boost. Bluish up in the air, gets a nice first touch, gets a second, and in it went past 3 defenders. None of them quite able to connect with the ball. Such control from Bluish there. Beautiful goal to open up this scoreline once again.
Yeah, Bluish there showing their mechs, just getting it through, getting it over the line, just adding that another goal here. 3-2 now to TUDC, back at kickoff, as Bluish now looking to go for a bump maybe, as Gaz tries to just make a play from that. Bubba Trump is left on his own and misses. It's left for Autismobile. Will he go for the ball? Will he go for the boost? Gets both on that occasion, and now it's back towards TUDC. Unsheep now, only 62 points to his name, hasn't been performing probably as well as he would like to in this game. Looking to try and get some crucial touches in this moments of this game. TUDC on the offensive, they don't need to do anything too extreme. They just need to park the bus, and they'll take this game 1 in this series. And what's been so far a relatively level series is Bluish now gets a nice tap there off that back wall, sends it up to his teammate, tries to get another touch into the middle, and Angel Bean hits it up into the middle and tries to keep it up. Backflips, keeps it in the air, and GG's all round. Game 1 goes to TUDC, and strong performance there across the board. Maybe want to see a little bit more from Unsheeped, but Bluish with some great performance there. 6 shots, 2 goals, and a save and an assist to his name. Strong start for TUDC, but they're still, I think, team-wise, I think University of Ulster kind of across the board maybe more strong together, but I think Bluish with his kind of mechanical prowess, was able to take this team just to another level. Moving on now, Gib, to game number 2. We'll see what's there.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting going into this game number 2. TUD obviously having that one game advantage now. Apologies for that. Getting a little bit choked up there, but yeah, it's always interesting when it's the first game of the evening. You know, you have to think first game on stream, got to put on a performance, got to put something, out there, make sure that they're not outshined by the second series, and possibly a little bit of nerves coming through from Unsheeped in that last game. But TUD going to be wanting to keep that momentum. Ulster now having to have that uphill battle, and both these teams kind of had that first game to feel each other out, as Bluish going to slot that in, top bins once again. Yeah, both these teams kind of have felt each other out. They know where the cracks in the armor are now, and they can kind of go for more of those goal scoring opportunities. But Ulster University, a bit of an uphill battle, even more so now with that one goal down. Autismobile taking it up into the air, gets a touch to it, and under it went! Bluish tried to get a touch to it, didn't quite connect with it. Ball went a little bit lower than he expected, and the very quick equalizer off the back of that one. 13 seconds between the two goals, and once again, an even Stevens tie game.
Yeah, Autismobile there with the solo play just to answer back from TUD's original goal, and Bluish now maybe trying to capitalise on that again, take the lead one more time. But Autismobile, the goal scorer from the previous goal, trying to maybe get a play here. The net's open, going for the demo, just didn't get it in time. Would have been an open net there for Ulster to clap back with 2 goals, but nevertheless, Trump now tries to clear this one high over to the side and saved on the line by Bluish. Autismobile up now in the corner as well, very pushed up now at the moment, UUB. And as I mentioned that, they're about to get chipped, and they are. Angel Bean shoots one from long and just hits it over Trump, who's just sitting on the midway line. So all he had to do was just hit kind of a high shot and just gets it perfectly crossbar and down. And TUDC regain their lead here. 2-1 here. Only been a minute and 10 seconds yet. Action packed so far, Gib, but still, TUDC regaining the lead here early on in this game number 2.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting to see that TUD haven't lost that edge. We've seen a couple times here at Collegiate where a team goes full pelt for one game, and they get that win, but they lose a lot of steam in the process. Ulster is still putting out a valiant effort, trying to get more goals for themselves, even at this game. Bluish going in for a nice 50 on that one. Knew he could play the ball where he wanted it, off the sidewall. Autismobile coming in with the clearance back to TUD's side. Angel Ben not quite able to connect with the ball. It's a dangerous position, but the clearance comes. Danger averted for the time being. Bluish passing it down to Angel Ben, who passes it back to Bluish but can't quite get to the ball. Gaz gonna get touched to it. Autismobile trying to get the clearance. Bluish centers it, and Gaz getting the clearance out to Autismobile. Apologies. Now a solo play potential here. Tries to pass it down to Gaz, who is waiting for that pass, but clearance came from TUD. Bluish trying to get a nasty angle, and Unsheeped gonna just knock that in from the clearance.
Another goal for TUD, working off that right wall, just passing it into the centre. It's becoming almost predictable at the moment for TUDC, just seeing how they're repeating the same play again. It's working for them, but UU need to kind of shut down this repeat kind of hitting into the middle and no one being there. They need to make sure they're solid on their lines, because what's working for TUD is 3 of their last goals have come from that side wall, and they're hitting it back into the middle, maybe trying to do the same play again. It's working for them. They're going to continue doing this until the UU defense just gets a little bit tighter. Down to the middle now. Autismobile tries to get a redirect, saved on the line by Angel Bin. That one is now in the middle of the field. All 3 UU players are back to just restart a play. 100 boost down for Trump, trying to just push that one through. Autismobile gets a pinch, is still there, doesn't go for the boost, but Bluish gets it, and Gaz now tries to drop that one. It's going to hit off the backboard. It's dropped down in the middle. Will Trump get it through? Now there's 2 TUD players there on the line. Unsheep now, saving on the line now, over to Angel Bin, who's just managed to get 100 boost. Can get around Gaz in the right place at the right time. Will he be up for the redirect? He is. Just doesn't hit it down. So close, almost hit into the bottom right corner. It's all up to Autismobile now to try and save it on the line, and he does save it on the line. UU now just trying to get something through here. It's a minute and 30 seconds left here. They don't want to be facing down a reverse sweep early on in this series, as TUD now trying to push through even more goals. Bluish here once again standing out top of the leaderboard. 1 goal, 2 assists and 2 saves. Autismobile now trying to push that one through. Bubba keeps it high in the air. They need to clear their lines, but so far it's going the way of TUDC, and Bluish now looking for a nasty breezy flick, saved on the line by Autismobile, and give about a minute left now, and TUDC just need to maintain this momentum. They're on the offense repeatedly, and they do. They score on Sheep now after we discussing him in the last game. 2 goals now in this game, has found his footing and gets through, and TUDC now leading by 4 goals to 1 here in game number 2.
Yeah, it feels to me like it's counterattack after counterattack from both sides, but just TUD are so strong in that defense. A lot of double commits from Ulster on that back line has cost them a couple times now. They need to tighten up that communication maybe a little bit to stop that happening. We've seen it happen many a time. 2 players going for the same ball, just as we saw the TUD side going for that same ball there. Potentially trying to get a team pinch going on, but Bubba Chump managing to get the clearance. Angel Bean on the ball now. Plays it high, plays it mid, but nobody there to intercept that pass. Unsheeped. Back to Gaz. Autismobile on the wall, waiting for that. Angel Bean getting a touch to it. Autismobile gonna play it past 1. No, not quite. And Bluish gonna cut that play. Bubba Chump went in for a touch. Gaz getting the stop there. They're trying to get a goal, but TUD looking like they're gonna take this game 2 for themselves as well. And the clock, it's about to turn. It's about to touch, about to touch the ground, and there it is. TUD gonna take this game 2. Any thoughts on possibly where the Ulster could steal a couple of goals out of TUD? They seem to be very strong on that back line when the counter-attack is headed their way, but yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah, I think they just need kind of more kind of pressure in the offense. I think TUDC are, when they're saving on the line, it kind of, there's someone there from Ulster to kind of keep the ball in the air, and there's no one there to capitalize on it from Ulster. I think what TUD are doing so well is they're working it along the side walls and getting into the middle, just where Ulster just aren't expecting the ball to be there, and there's either no one there or there's a TUDC player waiting for score. I think at the moment as well, in that previous game, it was mostly Autismobile we saw there with that solo play, the only goal for them in that game number 2, standout performance from him. So we see a little bit more from their players moving on into this game 3 reverse sweep territory now. TUDC take a 2-game lead here. One more game and they will win this series and move on to their final game of the night. On Sheep now looking for an early shot, and Autismobile now looking to start a play. What can Ulster do in this game just to try and do something a little bit different, try to shift momentum in their favour, because currently all momentum is going in favour of TUDC, Gib?
Yeah, it's gonna be very much an uphill battle for Ulster now. They tried to get that early play and an open net. Oh, and it's a miss, but Angel Bean gonna make sure that went into the back of the net. Tried the first shot off the post. Bluish tried to get a touch to it. Autismobile just caught in an awkward position there. Couldn't quite get the clearance he needed. Didn't think the second touch was gonna come in, and an early 1-goal lead for TUD. Now, I think just tighten up that back line from the side of Ulster and get those counter-attacking movements going a little bit more, and they could be in with a chance to score 1 on TUDC. Double commit from Ulster once again. Going to be a little bit of a punishment for them. 2 goals down now. Autismobile in a tricky position there. Gaz gonna go up for that ball and bump his teammate over the 2 of them. It went. Interesting here.
It appears that Bubba Jump has potentially left the room. So I'm not sure what's happening now, but it seems that Ulster may potentially be calling it quits here. Oh no, he has returned. And very well from TUDC. They have waited for this game here. It seems everyone is back in the lobby. Oh, DC. Okay. Very good. Okay, I was potentially thinking after watching his teammate score the goal that Bubba Jump just alt F forward, but that is not what happened, thankfully. And they're going to score off this. No, they're not. That would have been probably not the fairest of goals, but everyone is back driving now. So would have been of a cheeky goal for Ulster to score there off the return from the DC, but maybe they can take everything to their advantage at the moment. But 2-0 now to TUDC. 1 goal for Angel Bean and 1 goal for Bluish as that one is sailing through the middle of the field. Baba Trump now looking for that 100 boost. Doesn't get it. Hits across the middle of the field. Angel Bean backwards. Not looking for it. Autismobile now trying to send it into the middle. And once again, I was just about to say, trying to do a similar play. The ball just went straight across the middle and no one cleared it. If there had only been an Ulster player there in the middle, then they would have scored. And on the counter attack, TUDC add 3 to their tally. Second goal for Angel Bean, and as I was saying, it's working for TUDC, just working that play in from the right hand side or the left hand side, getting it through the middle. It happened for Ulster, the ball just floated across the middle of the field. Nobody there to score it, and unfortunately on the counter attack, TUDC have added a 3rd to their tally. Strong start to this game, number 3. We need to see a lot from Ulster here if they're going to make it back and try and stay in this series.
Yeah, it seemed to me that last goal, it was a case of all the Ulster players were concerning themselves too much about rotating into a defensive position rather than somebody cutting that ball. As Bluish, beautiful finish over Gaz, and in it goes for a 4-goal lead now. Once again, Ulster down quite a few goals now, and very much going to be a bit of a struggle to get back into that position of a tie game, taking it to an overtime. That being said, still 2 minutes and 24 seconds left on the clock, and we, as we all know as Rocket League players, there have been times where, we think it's all but go over, but Bubba Chump going to give his teammates a little bit of momentum now, a little bit of hope in the darkness, scoring that goal. Unsheeped just looking a little bit awkward. Thought a shot was coming in from where it didn't, and Bubba Chump going to take full advantage of that on the goal line. 4-1 now. Ulster University B team potential here for the comeback. Sends it long. Bluish up to meet it. Gets a touch to it, but back down to Autismobile. Sending it to the back wall. Oh, tried to go in for that nice double tap, but didn't quite manage to get it in. Angel Ben chasing that ball down as long as Autismobile has the boost. He's going to get to it first. Tries to send it in, and in it goes! A 2nd goal for them! This might be the comeback.
Might just be it. It might just be. I was just about to comment on the first goal that they got. They hit into the middle and someone was there and they scored. Exactly what we need them to do. We need someone to be there. We need the body in the middle of the field. That's what Ulster need to just... It's what TUD have been doing. There's always been a person there in the middle of the field, just there to score the opportunity, and works out for Ulster. 2 goals back to back now. Maybe momentum shifting slightly in their favour. That's a pass potentially over TUDC now. Still up by 2 goals, but momentum definitely shifting towards Ulster here, as TUD now trying to maybe regain a goal and regain a little bit of momentum, as Autismobile now here looking for a bit of a redirect, and that's missed on the right hand wall by Gaz. Bluish now looking for a redirect. Can he get it? So close. Good attempt to try and get that one in. Bubba Trump now is met by Angel Bean, and now that one is cleared by Autismobile. Who's going to get there first? It's going to be get there by Bluish, but that one goes to the middle of the field. It's back up into the middle. That one is high into the sky. 1 minute left. Bluish now trying to start a play. Got a nice flick earlier. Tries to get the fake. Gets the fake. Yes, he does. Gets it in. And a beautiful solo play by Bluish. You could see that happening. Let's watch that one more time. Gets the catch. Catches out Bubba Trump. And we can see the fake Autismobile sent to the shops. And that's a great hat-trick goal for Bluish here. And maybe potentially Gibbs securing the win here and the momentum back in favour of TUDC.
Yeah, that play seemed to feel to me at least kind of a, you've scored 2 goals now. Oh, never mind. They've scored 3. An own goal coming out from the side of TUD. Bubba Jump gets a good touch to it. Angel Bean looking like he's gonna get the clearance and just sending it straight to the back of his net. What I was gonna say is irrelevant now, but 2 goals once again dividing these two teams. TUDC trying to get this clean sweep going. Ulster University B team trying to make sure they stay in this, but not quite sure who that was on the back wall. Just couldn't quite connect with it. Unfortunate for them. They thought it was going higher than it was. Tried to get a touch to it when they realized it wasn't. And in it went. 3 goals separate these two teams. Once again, it is a very back and forward affair right now.
Thoroughly enjoyable series, though. This game has been a lot of interesting things to note from this game number 3. It hasn't been a complete whitewash for TUDC, who've been getting stronger game on game, but Ulster have found some momentum in this game 3. 2 back-to-back goals, though, unfortunately, has resulted in TUDC once again regaining momentum. And as I say that, Bluish adds a 4th, nearing 1,000 points now. 3 saves and 5 shots. Nice pass into the air from Angel Bean, and this takes that one in, unable to be saved on the line. 15 seconds left here on the clock, and things look like they're going towards TUDC getting a 3-0 sweep here. Back into the game now. Bubba Chump maybe trying to send that one to the middle. Goes off the ceiling, gets a touch, maybe gets it over the TUD player. So Tismobile now tries to get another touch. Gaz tries to get it, doesn't make contact, and the clock is about to drop down, and it's going to be TUDC here, 3-0 in this first game on stream.
Yeah, it seemed like Ulster, they were good in that first game. They seemed to get a little bit unlucky possibly, and TUD are always going to take advantage of that when that happens. That second game, it almost felt like Ulster were beaten down from the loss in the first game. We didn't see much of them. We saw a lot of double commits, a lot of panic on that back line. TUDC, again, always going to take advantage when that happens. But then they came back, and we thought the comeback was on for them. And TUDC saying, no, having none of it. We want our clean sweep, and we want to get on to the next one.
Yeah, thoroughly enjoyable always to watch players that, as casters, we're so used to seeing, many of the same players again in the same tournaments. It's nice to be able to cast new players, maybe new to the game or new to the collegiate scene. So always nice to see, and a great performance across the board from all players. We will shortly be moving to our second game of the night. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.